So Adam, first outing of pre-season, what did you make of that?
Typical first outing of pre-season, really, just a bit lacking quality. Yeah, disappointed with the goal that we conceded. I think in the first half we didn't really. I think took us 30 minutes to put a cross in and 34 minutes to have a shot, which is disappointing. You know, I don't think we played with anywhere near enough composure or control. But then in the second half, we played with a lot more quality. I thought, you know, we had a lot more sustained spells of possession. We had a lot more control to our play. Obviously scored an equaliser, and I felt there was an opportunity there for us to just really kind of, you know, go through the gears in that last 15 minutes, and we just kind of settled a little bit, which is something I don't really like to see. But probably the reflection of the week as a whole is that it's been a positive one. You know, the lads have really worked hard this week in training. It's been a tough week, first week back. The attitudes have been brilliant, and I think we maybe saw little signs of that in the way that the individuals and the team probably performed this afternoon. Just that bit of fatigue and heavy legs at the end of a tough first week. But you know, loads of positives, lots of learning, lots of things for me and Sam to go away and reflect on and think about. And probably, you know, the greatest disappointment is obviously the injury to David Cowell, which we hope and pray isn't as serious as it looked.
Yeah, obviously just touching on that first, what can you tell us about that injury?
Well, he's dislocated his elbow, and he's had to go up to hospital. So no, Aaron was having difficulty getting it back in, so he's gone up there, and we're just going to have to wait and see what they say.
And of course, obviously looking at the team selection today, both halves, different teams. Great opportunity to get everyone 45 minutes in the legs.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you want to ease lads into it, so you're building the minutes up week by week. We've had a lot of lads in, you know, new faces in this week in training, and we wanted to have a decent look at as many of them as we could. But of course, that then brings, you know, it's difficult for all the players when there's so many new faces and they've never played together before, and you're making a lot of changes. It is really difficult, and there's no doubt that obviously affected the way in which we played, particularly in that first half, as I said earlier. But you know, other than David, we've come through it unscathed, and the lads will certainly be stronger next week for having the week's training that we've had, and obviously 45 minutes in the legs.
Of course, as you say, improvements made in the second half, better performance, and good to see some end product as well.
Yeah, the goal that we scored was a really good goal. Teddy's worked inside and brilliant timing and weight of pass, and then Kurt just a really good finish. You know, went across the keeper and tucked it in off the inside of the post. So yeah, we're pleased with that goal. I felt there was probably times where we could have used the ball better and maybe, you know, posed more of a threat, probably in both halves, but particularly in that second half. But yeah, important that we you know, we don't accept losing. And fair play to the lads in the second half for putting in an improved performance, and obviously, you know, managing to get some kind of result out of the game.
Because obviously that's just the start for pre-season, and up next it's a behind closed doors friendly on Tuesday.
Yeah, and obviously we're back in on Monday. Lads will obviously off tomorrow, rest, recover, and then back at it on Monday. We've got a lot of work to do, which we knew we would have to anyway. Very difficult in these early stages of pre-season because everybody's at different, you know, levels in the conditioning, and as I said before, we've got a lot of fresh faces in there and new signings that we're trying to embed into the existing group. So it'll take us a little bit of time to probably start playing with that consistency and that fluidity that we obviously want to see. But yeah, we just look to ramp it up again next week in training, and hopefully we can have an improved performance on Tuesday, albeit that it's, you know, against a league outfit, so it'll be a tough workout for us, but that's exactly what you need in these pre-season games.
Thank you for your time.